Hey, welcome to Honyok honeybees. Today we're working on Ross round boxes. We initially started by thinking, hey, we got a bunch of mediums, we'll just cut them down because a Ross round box is only 4.5 inches tall. These are some that I've already ran through the table saw. But what we found out was the fact that these Ross round frames don't fit. And we can get just 4 of them in there. So there's basically 4. But you can see the 5th one, there's no way it's going to get down in there. It's missing it by 1/4 to 5/8 of an inch. So, upon further review, we found out that we were supposed to have the long side of the box, the sides here, the long sides, are supposed to just be 1/2 inch thick. So we took some boards over to a friend of ours and we ran them through his planer, and as you can see the difference here, we now have them at 1/2 inch thick. So that will give us the space that we need to get all 5 put in there. The end boards, the short sides, are still 3/4 of an inch, and I'll show you that later in the video. So, got my table saw set up at 4.5, and let's run a couple through here real quick. So those would be the long sides. And then we have some lumber we're going to make the short sides out of, and also the ledger board, which I'll show you here shortly. Okay, now we are going to work on the short side. I've got these cut down. Went ahead and ripped them through at 4.5 inches tall, like the long sides, and they are 9 1/4 inches wide. And then we're going to cut this rabbet joint in. The rabbet joint's 3/8 inches deep and a 1/2 inch wide right through here. So take you through a couple of those. What we've got this square here that helps keep you square against the fence. It's at a 90 to the fence, so that way when you get into that dado blade, it don't kick and buck and pull you in or anything. You got to use some safety when you're using these dado blades. But you take it through there, it makes a nice rabbet joint. That way the long side fits right in there. The other thing you got to do, if you come over here and take a look, instead of just going up against this fence, I got a dado blade that's 7/8 inch wide. So I had to modify and put this shim on here, and then we allowed it to eat that out. And then I'm able to just use this half of that blade. Okay, so there's only 1/2 inch of that blade exposed, so that way I can do a 1/2 inch wide rabbet. So now you saw earlier with our medium how the Ross round frames don't fit. And now when you put this together, you can see this 1/2 inch wide rabbet, and it's 3/8 inch deep, so we still maintain our length of a normal 5-frame box. Now you can see these all fit, and there's just a little play, allow you to get them out, but not enough play there to where the honeybees really burr comb it up and lock them in. But now you can see our next step is going to be filling in the length, and you'll see here we'll kind of divide it in half, and then there will be a board that will be down just a little bit for these to sit on. So that'll be the next step. All right, now we're going to add the ledger board, and it pops right in there, nice and snug. And then this board is 8 1/4 wide and 4 1/8 high. You got to put one on each side, and then the Ross round frame still needs a little bit more. So you got a piece of Luan, whatever. This is 1/8 inch, and you'll set that down in there as well. And then make sure you got a nice level spot so everything lines up. So this ledger board and everything should be level at the bottom of the box. And then get it with some staples. We already got our handles cut in on the ends. The sides really aren't thick enough to worry about cutting in handles. You'll make it way too thin. And then we have our Ross round frames. And now this is the finished product. Come over, you can take a look at this. Everybody can see. You can see on here how important that 1/8 inch board is. You could probably put it on either side. Actually on the next one I may actually put it on the inside, just so that way that hardwood is over here, so this is sitting on something other than that Luan. So I guess that's about it, and later on when we get ready to install these, we're going to show you what we're going to do with the wax strip and stuff. We're going to try a couple different things with that. So that's all we got for you today. Thanks for watching Honyok Honeybees. Honyok!